Left for dead in the river, my light nearly gone. The watcher saw an empty shell, and they claimed me as their own. They pulled me from the dark, gave me power refined. Now I walk as their vessel with the hunger aligned. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Robin Hood with the blade, moving loot through the chain. Help the lost to earn their trust, then I take what remains. Nobles call on my name, kings reach out in the night. But every step that I take walks the edge of the knife. Am I feeding the world or feeding the blight? Replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Now the camp's getting stronger, the clan's rising again. Every soul that I save turns my enemies to friends. But the hunger still whispers, it never goes away. Every victory I win just feeds another day. Abyss in the sky, abyss in my veins. We're all the same hunger, wearing different names. Consume, dominate. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name.
Oh yeah.
Consume, dominate,
Oh yeah.
leave my mark on the land. Watch the echoes away.
From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I
choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing
oh yeah.
or
But
a future that's bright.
we rise.
Grow, replicate, consume, dominate,
Leave my mark on the land.
watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave
my mark on the land. Watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Consume, dominate. Oh yeah. One swing from the dark, consume, dominate. One swing from the light, grow, replicate. Left for dead in the river, my light nearly gone.
Hi there, how's it going? Welcome to my stream. I've just been annoyed recently with the overall state of things in the world. I'm growing older. You know? Hopes and dreams crushed over time. People reveal their true selves, realize that most people are pretty awful. It's all relative, or people can be. I guess everybody can be awful given the context. And there's a way to shift the context to make them be awful toward anything. Okay, that's what you realize. There's a context for everything, you know. It's all relative. And it's just, I've been curating just an awful atmosphere over these aeons. And it really is a lot of work to try to be entertaining and try to sound like you're talking about something that has a coherent beginning, middle, and end, and to remember what you're talking about without a script. You know what I mean? I think it's taken for granted a bit. A little bit.
Why do you always
Even
look
for
like
myself.
you haven't eaten?
Even for myself.
You'll be
When
too-
when
make
you're
sure you
not
brush your
it,
teeth after you eat.
you look at it and you say, wow, look at that, I wish I can be it. You know? And then you look at what they're actually doing. They're not doing anything. They're just being themselves. And then it becomes something that is imitatable because you like them.
Distant stars. No harm in sprucing yourself up a bit
Like
more.
if Elvis says, thank you very much, and then people like that a lot and think it's cool, and they start saying, thank
Anything
you
pretty,
very much.
come by when
That's
you
just
get
how he
someone to
talked.
impress.
That's just how he talks. Okay, he's not doing anything special. For him, he's like, oh, you like that? Oh, he's doing it again! Look how he does the thing! Look at how The Rock raises his eyebrow for a second and looks around the room without saying anything. I'm throwing up out of excitement. Oh boy. Anyway. We're here. There was recently a new update here in the game. That it was just some minor bug fixes, and they introduced 20 more animals that you can tame. So now I think you can tame most small creatures to become a little pet. You pick them up, you feed them some food, you can name them. We got the raccoon recently, but I'm sure like most things. So I'm gonna go to my little farm over there and see if I can tame maybe a chicken. I don't know. I can tame a chicken maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and cut down these trees while we discuss what we have to do for the day and forever, because sometimes in a game I lose motivation a bit and then I don't really want to play it as much. That's whenever I get everything done, like the major milestones, which is why I don't do the major milestones in a game, because I know how I work. Once I do the thing, my motivation drops down to 10 when it was like 150. As I build up and up and up and keep preparing, and then I remember one more thing I have to prepare for, and then I say, you know what, if I'm really going to be doing this thing to go kill the zombies across the way, and I really want to get it done, I might have to go back and forth. And right now the bridge is way down there, so maybe I should create a series of bridges before I even get started. So let's get this bridge concept going. And you know what, I should probably make a couple roads leading to and from the bridge, and then maybe build some assault towers I can fall back to, and then maybe make a bunker under there, and then connect all the bunkers that adjoin the road with the occasional fuel point perhaps, along the way. Because whenever I get this thing started and I start killing those zombies, I want to make sure to go back and forth. But if you just cross the bridge and start killing the zombie nest is done in the first day. And now what? The zombie nest is done. So what I would do is, once I do make the series of bridges and it takes a month, I say, okay, now it's time to go kill the zombies. I would cross the bridge and just make a base on the other side of the bridge and really just fortify that one spot and not explore beyond the bridge and let the zombies come to me. And then over time I'll make more and more noise, and then I'll start to do a little desperate. I'm going to go down to the end of the street and back and put up a little a lantern, a little speaker, just to see what happens. I'll be inching through the territory, farming as many zombies as possible, bringing back zombie body samples to go study later on. You know what I mean? To go study later on. Maybe even eventually bring back a living zombie to study and see what makes him tick in a really controlled environment before I even wipe out all the zombies. You know? Because what if there's an issue? What if you shoot the zombie in the gallbladder and then they release horrible toxic gas? Do not shoot the zombie in the stomach. Whatever you do, it's horrible. You know? Do not damage their spine. Their cerebral fluid is blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You know what I mean? It makes them go faster. You have to use this solution exactly. And spray the road. It'll aerosolize with the morning sun. And they'll all die. Or something. Take my sweet time. Because once you finally accomplish the task, so let's say that I've been doing that for a bit, I crossed the bridge, and now I have a whole network throughout the entire zombie area, honeycombed, and I've been taking over entire houses and making up fallback points and all that stuff, and then I finally kill the zombie boss, and then I'm really living in the area, and then I realize that some zombies are kind of coming back every so often, and then I try to figure out exactly where did the zombies come from, and I try to farm that area where I create a persistent zone where I could farm zombies long term. And I fortify that, you know? But whenever all of that is done, I then make a task where I go through each of my areas to top off the fuel at all those points I mentioned, to do some upkeep at all of the bunkers, and go around and do an entire perimeter check, and probably harvest some stuff along the way. There's probably something that spawns out there, like a weird melon patch out there in the zombie fields. I have to go check on every so often, you know? So it'll be a daily task of activities or jobs I'll give myself. And whenever I figure I've mastered that, I'll start to get a stockpile of certain things. And then my task will be to organize that, you know, organize my long-term storage and my logistics. And it's all about mastering logistics, mastering long-term storage. And this is just to kill the zombies, okay? I'm saying how I play games. And then after all of that is done, it starts to get kind of boring. Until it's like, it's preparation for the second zombie nest. And you keep on doing that over the course of a year. You played for 1,000 hours. And then there's the final zombie queen. And you do the entire map back and forth. And you're trying to prioritize Zone 1 versus Zone 5. Well, you only have so much time in a day. And you say, well, on Mondays through Tuesdays, I'll be checking Zones 1 through 3. You know what I mean? Okay, so with this new update, there is now a seed belt? Or something? There's a seed belt? There's a seed belt or something? Hold on. It said, with this update, there is now... I have to go look at it right now. So one of the updates was with seeds, so you can not have to go through and grab all the seeds. Let's find out right now. Yeah. Right now. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Right here. So you can look with me, okay? I'm just talking to the wall here. Uh, okay, let's go. Let's go through. Controller remapping, new pets, improvements to seed planting. Okay, the patch is rolling out right now. Blah blah blah. It's ready now. Controller remapping. I'll see if that's also for keyboard and mouse. Okay, because it'd be nice if I could change the button for looting versus picking up versus petting. Okay, a 30 new species of small animals that can be registered as pets. New skills for Unka and Damien. The input command for each skill is the same as Cliff's Blinding Flash finisher, heavy attack while using Blinding Flash. So basically, Cliff is able to do a Blinding Flash, and then zip, 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 zip. Whenever I press a button, the right mouse button, I automatically zip to the nearest enemy and do a heavy attack. And then again, and again, and again, and again. And it's able to wipe out the entire group while they're stun locked, because you've slowed down time to barely moving on their end, and you're going lightning fast. And I do it all the time, but you have to press two buttons together, so it's kind of a challenge. So now Unka and Damien now have a similar ability. Whatever it might be pretty cool. So now there's animations for picking up and putting down certain pets. Cool. There's an issue, dying things. Issue where legendary fish couldn't be donated. Controls will be unresponsive, blah, blah, blah. So certain 2D visual assets have been replaced. So let's see in my house if there's any new paintings. Right now. Right now. Are there any new paintings? Because I have most of the paintings up right now. Bum, 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 bum. That background kind of looks different. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, these haven't changed. Those haven't really changed. Well, maybe that windmill looks more defined, actually. Okay. That painting looks a bit more refined with around the bird's head. Some streaks. Yeah. That wolf, fox, flying fox is more defined. They've cleaned it up a bit. It was more smeary before, I think. You can kind of barely make out it's a wolf fox. And that's a bit more refined too, that fox up there. I feel like that's a bit more refined too, the highlights and low points. I can't tell. Yeah, that lion really, or that tiger really looks better. Brighter and more obvious. Like they just cleaned up some paintings. That rooster does look a bit more bright and obvious as well. Cow's about the same. That horn, I feel like the left horn and the right horn weren't always two obviously different shades. And that goat over there in the corner looks more like it was like it's in the desert being illuminated by the morning versus whatever it was before, just a goat head. Let's go check out this guy with the lipstick. No, you're the same. You are, well. The right side of that face looks more defined. And the eyeball right there looks more defined, actually. Man. I feel like this one's a bit more bright, with those faces being lit up by the sun a bit more. I feel like the high point above the eyeball, with like the there in the cheek a bit more obvious, and there's more brush strokes a tiny bit on that rooster. And there's a difference to the face here. And the eyes. Or is that just me? That's the same. As you can see, the brush strokes are kind of different on this one. What if I'm right about everything I just said? I probably am. 'Cause that's just the feeling I'm getting. And that does look better. Am I just looking at it more? I mean, it feels like there's something else going on with that painting. The Monet-like skies. Alright, so we're still planting. But what's up with the seed thing? We're trying to read about the seed thing. Okay, improve farmers that seeds can now be assigned to and used from quick slots. What the heck is a quick slot? Uh-huh. So you can now use the mining knuckle drill while clinging to a wall. Well, that's good, because how else do you get the thing from the wall? I thought it was like a... So sometimes there's a mineral up on a wall that you can't get to and you keep sliding off. And this makes it so you don't slide off, because you can just grab the wall. Amounts of stagger meter increase from quaking fury, blah, blah, blah. Keyboard and mouse. The cursor now disappears when examining documents. Okay, cool. When carrying out insert mission, blah, blah, blah. Dispatch. And... Sure, whatever. Whatever the heck is a quick slot? So let's see here. F2. See this right here? This? No. Here? No, this is just my gear I'm currently using. And then this right here. This? No. Right here. Haha! Look, there's a seed quick slot now. Oh my gosh. The future is now. Toasty. Well, can I get it, please? Hello. Still weapon. And I want to grab. I want to middle mouse button. No. Can I... Hello. What do I do? Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got it. It just replaces your little food button. I got it, I understand. Yeah, that's cool. And now it's automatic. I got it. You see? So I assign it to the quick slot and I press my tilde button to then plant the seed without me having to go through the menu every 2 seconds. This saves so much time. Farming is kind of annoying, by the way. I don't know if you know this. And hello, Chris. I was going over the patch notes because there's a new patch. And now I can tame more animals. And I want to figure out how that works. So with this new update, you're able to assign your seed to a quick slot right here. There. And then once it's there, you press the same button that you use to eat. And then it fills up your hand again. Before you had to go through your inventory and then scroll to the very bottom, then click on the thing. And oh boy, it saves a lot of time. I still have to go through here, and I can obtain all seeds. That's much faster. See? So this should already be assigned. It is. Cool. So I'm going to try to tame some animals. I don't know. We'll see what happens. A lot of taming involves picking up an animal. I didn't really know that. And that's also how you tame cats. So I think I want to make a set of gear to tame animals. And that's going to be my little task for the day. My goal is to tame animals, or to be able to tame animals easily. So I'm going to make a set of gear that looks like an animal, like a raccoon head or something like that. One of those funny animal outfits. I'm going to make a set of gear with the appropriate abyss gears installed. Okay? And it's going to be for the purpose of maximizing my pet trust. So it's much easier to do such things. And then we'll figure out what these animals like, systematically. My goal will be to bring a representation of all the different possible kinds of foods. Because what if one animal really likes the cocoa, or melon, or, you know, berries, or apples, or grain, or seeds, or acorns, you know? Or fresh fish, or dried fish, or certain kinds of fish, or small fish, or certain subspecies of fish, or sea-based fish. Maybe just the weird stuff like starfish, you know? There's lots of possibilities here. And then there's actual things that you might craft or find that you give to an animal to earn trust. There's lots of possibilities here. And I just gotta bring, like, the small bones, for example, are something that you give to animals, to dogs. And I think the mechanical hawk eagle thing wants mercury. I don't even know how to get that thing. But there is an achievement to unlock 30 animals. I can go through my list of animals right now and get rid of all the duplicates. I guess my character is just going to stay awake throughout the day to reset the night, you know, to reset my sleep schedule, which is fine. I was doing that in-game weekly cycle there for a bit. It was working out. It helps me keep track of things to do a weekly cycle, because then I'm paying attention to when the day rolls over. I'm paying attention to the order of the locations, and then I say, okay, there's almost only so much time left, and boom, next day over. It gives me major things I check on weekly by having a weekly cycle. Otherwise, I might leave something off the list for a long time period. I also have to actually fish more, because I need legendary fish. It's part of the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, these water sprayers I'll get rid of. Oh boy. Lots of stuff we gotta do here. And I want to turn my... Whoa. I want to turn my bow into a animal hunting weapon. Alright, all these flowers I'll put away for now, and the bottles I'll put away for now. Seed. Alright, the trade goods I'll put away for now. All these bags of coin I'll put away for now, and the... whatever, the damaged gold. All this stuff is fine. I have lots of cool stuff like the sorcerer's staff. I have lots of interesting weapons I can use cosmetically if I ever choose to make some sub-build. Because maybe a weapon might need to have some weird customization. There's possibilities here. Oh yes. Got this really cool amulet. I'm looking. Lubricant sprayer never really comes up ever. But maybe, you know, maybe it might do something. This right here. If I put the gear melt confectionery pack on one of my companions, will my inventory just have... Will it work? Probably not. Probably not. Unless I'm using that character. But it might. My extra batteries and stuff. So before I do anything, I just want to make sure I max out the companion trust gain, or the pet trust gain. I will be pulling all the stuff, heading out there. It will happen. It will happen. All these dyes are here. We have these extra paintings. I want to put out one of these paintings. Yeah, this cow priest I want to put out. And this jar. So I'll be doing some house decoration as well. 183. Ooh wee. Okay. I'll grab these dice. Taste your rainbow. Alright, here we go. Hold up. And then open up my cuckoo pot right now. So I made this music right here. I made this music here for that Flowforge game. It's meant to be like a methodical, thought-inducing, sci-fi, dark, mysterious, with wonder. Background music. I can make more background music for this game for when it gets too darn quiet. Alright, things are happening. Okay. Alright. Put back the chocolate and the wine. And I'm moving the... Yeah, the chocolate and the wine to the bottom. Along with the bottles. Oh. Date. It wasn't sorted by date, so it was weird. Okay, get back to the bottom, mister. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'll put these seeds down at the bottom. Not the elderberry. The fish. Okay, I'll pull some of that stuff out now. Okay. Okay. And now, get some more of the fish. Alright, we're working through the night here. Preparing for this next activity, which is crafting a set of gear to
Need any tools for farming?
get this
Looking for something?
pet taming down. Alright.
I got some fresh. Come see me if you think you're missing something.
I'm gonna transfer some stuff over here to the thing behind me. Alright, that's good. Alright, right behind me. Let me first open up these little boxes here. Little boxes. Where are you? Let me group everything. Group all. Alright, furniture. Little boxes. Open all. why I shifted over rows there. Open all. Look at that. It's moving over. Okay, and then... Alright, good. I sort of ended last stream without fully organizing.
Royal trade's the best way to make coin.
Now here we are. Just gotta put everything away. All the trade goods.
Bring me whatever you
Alright,
want.
bye-bye. And now right over here. Gonna slap all the elderberry in the feeder. Stop walking so far, no. It's my turn. What are you doing? Goodness gracious. I was stuck. They are definitely eating. Now, can I pick you up? I want Mr. Daffy over here. Can I get the whole Disney crew? What do you want? You want a fig? Let's feed you a fig. A whole fig. Oh. I'll give you the good stuff. The chocolate. See, I have to max out my affiliation before doing any of that.
Need meat?
Okay, I want
Leave
to
the
kill the
rats to
animals
me.
first. You're doing great, buddy. Alright. Goodbye. And that's it.
I'll take care of things here. Don't worry. Take it. I'll make note of that. I've got everything ready for you. Bring some feed next time.
No. Welcome to Flowforge. Alright, thank you for the stupid eggs. I don't want them. We're going back up now. It's a whole new world, and don't you dare close your eyes. You hear me? Let's go ahead and do another cycle through. Seeing as I'm standing right here, I'll go ahead and do that right now. It's getting cleaned up before we begin. I don't want to pick this up. Let's see if we can do the key binding situation, because I hate it. Can we do it? So right here, interaction 1, 2, 3, 4, we should be able to assign what that means. Like what falls into the criteria of interaction 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, for example, E button is interaction 1, and interaction 1 is the default thing. You walk up to a lantern, E button will put up the lantern with a slow animation, or it'll pet a dog, or toss a coin, or some garbage, or pick up an animal with a horrible combat dive. Okay? But it also loots things. So if you're looting, all of a sudden you stop and you put out a lantern. Loot, stop and you pet an animal slowly a couple times and stand back up. You're looting, and then you stop and you combat roll the animal, and you pick it up and you're holding on to an animal, like, whatever. Okay, so it's kind of bad. It'd be nice if we could assign the difference here. And because sometimes you're walking up to a lantern, and if you're able to steal a lantern, the E button puts out the lantern, and the G button or something picks up the lantern. So it changes it to the G button for pickup. I would like if I can make G button be pickup all the time, that'd be fantastic. But you can't assign that. Anyways. Perhaps. Okay, let's go over here and get these bottles and continue on. Let's wood here. Very much. And this is the next day, so I'll go ahead and make my purchase. Right here.
If there's anything you need, use it well. It's my masterpiece. Hey, if you're in a bind, you know where to find me.
Need anything?
I want the pick hide over here.
I'll show you how
Right
to use it
there.
if you'd like.
And that's it.
Take a look. See if you need anything.
And I'll sell these arrows. A couple things here. I think we're good to go there. Okay, right here, I gotta sell. Well, yeah. By the time it's time, I'm sure I'll have more. I'll get rid of it now. Just a couple things.
Need anything? Come back if you need anything.
And I'll get my food over here, or the oil, my daily oil.
Time for me to cook up some fantastic. You needed a bite. Don't forget to eat.
I might have to respec to pull back some points or something. We'll see. Come on now.
Anything pretty and sparkling in this world is my special. What else catches your eye? What else? Remember, bring anything that's
yeah. Come on. Come on. What the heck? Alright. Fragrant wine. And the flowers here. Awesome. Alright, now we go back. Let's do the house decoration right now. I got that new painting. Oh, it's a big one, huh? It's a big one, huh? The Cow King. Yeah. I'm the king of the cows. Oh, it's a cow priest. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a... Okay. Any need for a light? Perhaps. Okay, that's good. And okay. Okay. And then we got the jars of flim flam. The unbridled jars of flim flam. Okay. Jar 1 complete. Jar 2 is pink. Oh no. We already had that one, right? Yep. I already have that one, so it doesn't need to be here. In a world. I already have dark purple, right? Dark red? Dark red. Oh, I think I already have dark red over here on this table. There's like a red table over here. Rich dye. Dark orange. Yeah. I think a splash of red over here would be good too. What are you doing with those vials, buddy? And that bright one? What's up with that bright one? The dark one over here. Maybe the other brown one? There's like a brown one? brown dye? Why do you have a brown dye? Yeah. And there's a violet dye. Deep violet dye. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. We got some greens. How's that gonna look? Right here? No. It's a bit bright. Yeah, there's a greenish thing. Sipping on the poison while you read books. Yeah. Like that. And then spring dye. That's different, right? This right here is spring green dye. Oh. This right here is yellow dye. No. Okay. Rich spring green dye. It's dark green. This is a light green. That's good. That's good. Yeah, buddy. And those are done. We are good because we are now at 500 out of 500. Yeah. How about them? Ooh, that is looking nice. Wow. I feel like they added a different effect on the glass here. This pet is annoying me. Yeah, there's like a frosted glass effect. I like it. Wow, it doesn't look bad anymore. It was like dark and terrible. Nothing but the finest. Spared no expense. Yeah, those bottles look nice. Yeah. Ever since I could remember, I've been popping my collar. Oh yeah. Ever since I could remember, I've been popping my collar. Looking good. Alright, that job is done. Not the pumpkin. Okay, the rest can be sold. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That's all fine. And then back over here. We're almost ready. I'm about to head out there. I'm gonna sell this stuff. I guess. I'll save those 2 crystals and that jar for now. Those dice can go though. Those dice too. And I'll sell those. And these flowers go away. The bottles too. Okay, so we're about to roll out like that one guy. But wait, there's more. Yep. And do we got anything? Let's not forget about these boots. These boots make a little impact whenever I land. Can I give it to Unka? Can he wear the same boots as me? Probably not. No. Well, I gotta make Damien the person, but it might be for me then. I can be the one. I can wear the black wing mask. I could wear the Blackwing mask. I'll modify that one along with the amazing Icewing plate cloak. For no reason. And the what kind of chest? I could just do the standard wolf cloak. Ugh. You know. Yeah. Just a cloak, and then I mean that attire is nice. That is really nice. I can use, well, the hyena helm. It's pretty good. I'll do the hyena helm and this chest here. And I mean, probably just a chest will do. And the head. Like 4 pieces. Let's see how it looks really quick. Let me just turn around and boom. Okay, so let's see how it looks. Well, first of all, if I change up my cloak to this weird thing, I don't really want that. Let's not do that. Nope. This is the Tariv. This is the new head. And then just take off my cloak. I'll see what else I already have. I am the ambassador of Flim. Hand me your animals. This one. I'll do this one. Alright, that one's classy.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Is that right? 10.
Alright, yeah, I'll do this one. It's nice. Okay. Gotta put this other stuff away now. I have to pull the effects off of those other boots. And that's it. So now we're gonna head on down. I'm gonna swap my gear back out really quick. Primary operation set. I'll go ahead and swap my boots out as we run around for a second. And we're about to go craft Alexo. It's just a chest, really. The head can be anything. Because this new head is for skinning. Or whatever. Is what I'm doing. But I gotta change out my head so that we are on the clear path. I'll go ahead and swap out the chest here. Like so. Or the cloak. Okay, that's about right. And I wanted to bring up my other circuit helmet thing. The circuit helmet thing, if I have it. Do I? I mean, huh? Hold on. I think I do. Yeah, I do. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll try that out sometime, but we're going to head on down there to the witch right now. Before I leave, I'll make it rain. I just did it. Sure, I'll let you watch it rain for a second. It's pretty epic. And I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. Hope you're having a great day.
Left for dead in the river, my light nearly gone. The watchers saw an empty shell and they claimed me as their own. They pulled me from the dark, gave me power refined. Now I walk as their vessel with the hunger aligned. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Robin Hood with the blade, moving loot through the chain. Help the lost to earn their trust, then I take what remains. Nobles call on my name, kings reach out in the night. But every step that I take walks the edge of the knife. Am I feeding the world or feeding the blight? Replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Now the camp's getting stronger, the clan's rising again. Every soul that I save turns my enemies to friends. But the hunger still whispers, it never goes away. Every victory I win just feeds another day. Abyss in the sky, abyss in my veins. We're all the same hunger, wearing different names. Different names. Different names. Different names. Grow, replicate. Consume, dominate. Consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing but a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different. One swing from the light, crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes.
I'm surprised it never rained. Oh, it's starting to rain now.
I've been waiting for you.
Whoa, I'm not muted. Give me a hi-ho-hum right now.
Until
I was muted. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the map is large. And there is room for growth. Because right now, if you try to go toward, like over here in this direction, it kicks you out. It says, there's a horrible storm, and then it kicks you out. Over here. You see, it's not even, so, and you can see across the river, but you can't go over there. You see a bunch of cliffs and everything, some forest, but you can't go over there. And, there's a point way over here on the edge of reality that pops up every so often, like way out there. And there's like little rocky things. I don't know. And you can't go down here. The map cuts off from, like, there's nothing down there. I think they'll probably have a expansion involving a ship, maybe. Perhaps. But while you're playing the game, all the stuff in here feels like it's a lot of content. You know. And then, of course, this area here is pretty big. Lots of different farms. It's very realistic. A whole land, a big castle, a realistic population, and then another desert and so forth. And just in the larger scheme of things. But that's how reality is as well. If you fly over the U.S., you start to see things differently. A little patch here, patch there, nothing, a road connecting, and you see the edge of the population, how big the city is, and how it makes sense. You know, you have the shopping centers and whatever. It's all broken down. It starts to seem very small when you zoom out. But when you're in it,
next time.
the show is big. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make a set of gear to tame animals. So I'm trying to make gear with the proper mods to tame animals better. Because with this last update, as of yesterday, you can tame 30 more small creatures. So I'm going to try to tame the animals in my ranch if I could. I don't know. But like a chicken, a duck, a goose. I don't know. Can you have a sheep? That's crazy. A sheep that loots for you? Nah, that's too much. That's too awesome. Big old woolly sheep running around? A whole giraffe? An elephant? No. The game isn't that good to have an elephant pop up. A rhino? Nope. I can imagine like a rhino mount. And there's also a graphics change. I don't know if you saw a moment ago, but the transparent objects look a bit different now. And they look better. Before I had this transparent basin thing that would look just dark. But now it looks frosted. Like frosted glass. So my, this glass whale, this glass dolphin thing, that glass bowl, all of it looks better. And all the glass containers. There might be something in here that is made of glass. You can't, well, you can kind of tell with that right there a little bit. And they changed out a bunch of paintings and they look a bit different now. I went over them earlier in the stream.
Wander at your leisure. See
I
what
did.
calls to you.
But right now, we're working with the gear.
Welcome.
Okay, so, do I have the mod right now? It's called... because I have most gears now. I get a gear every couple days for free. These are called abyss gears. Abyss gear, okay? You can call them like artifacts or not. You can call them runes or glyphs or gems, but not really gems. Runes, glyphs, something like that. If it was Diablo. I don't know what it's called exactly. Companionship or something? Or is that the other one? But I'll find it, and there's ways to make it, and I'll get it, though. I will get it by the end of this little session, but whether or not it's cheaper or not, these things come up randomly as you craft. as you craft and as you combine. See, I made a bunch of this fortification level 3, but we need the other. I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, like these two different tiers of abyss gears. One tier is the basic stuff, defensive, offensive, just basic or resistances. You see, swim speed, movement speed, attack speed, and then your basic resistances, and then you have specialty abyss gears in the other tier, where it focuses on one enemy type or bonuses to include. Oh, there it is. Like contribution gain. Solidarity is for trust gain, and I have that on the lady, you see? Stuff like that is this other tier, basically. And there's a bunch of different types, and it shows you all of them right here. Okay, so I'm looking for specifically companionship for pet trust gain. And I'm pretty sure these things top off at maybe 10, maybe 15, 10? I don't know, probably 10. So basically, it's 10. If you have 3 companionship 3s, that's 9. You'd have to have one more. So that involves having a chest and a head. The chest has 3 sockets, the head has 1 socket. Capiche? Now, as we're doing this, I have a chance to get a grand version of any abyss gear. So I can get a grand level, I think it's called grand, I don't know. But it's called grand. Grand companionship. Okay? That is worth 5. So just 2 grand companionships are worth 4 companionship 3s. Or 3 companionship 3s and a companionship 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the goal is to get that, but until then we try to craft up to that. And until I get the actual plan for companionship, I have to get it randomly. And you get it randomly by combining other abyss gears in those 2 different tiers. So one of the first prime tier and the second of the specialty tier. The prime tier, specialty tier of these abyss gears. Okay? So all these basic gears here and then the specialty gears here. So if I have any specialty gear mixed with any prime gear, I get another gear of any variety of equal or higher tier. And it could jump all the way up to grand. So if I combine together a bunch of tier 1 stuff, I could get random grand stuff. Do you understand so far? So the goal is to look and see what I can craft and what I have, and I combine it together through the system to get random grand stuff. And then in the meantime, in between sessions, I collapse all my level 1 stuff to make higher tier level 3 stuff, because the same system works all the way here, and you have a higher chance of getting grand stuff by combining tier 3 stuff. And either way, you're getting tier 3 out of it. You're getting tier 3 or above. So you're getting tier 3. You're not getting tier 2. And sometimes you get additional. You get like a whole lot. It goes beep, 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 beep. It's like, what the heck was that about? That was crazy. And if I'm using gear that maximizes my chance to save a piece of material while crafting, sometimes it saves an abyss gear, and these abyss gears are expensive. So what I'm doing is I have to figure out, how do I get this companionship abyss gear? And that's going to be through crafting a bunch of tier 1 gears, as many as possible. And that's why I've been growing the abyss cells in my farm. Because if you go back over here, boop, boop, to crafting, I can craft anything directly, and it uses all these materials I've been harvesting forever. So the garnet, that's why I care about garnet quite a bit, because a bunch of these, the destruction uses garnet, and the insight takes garnet, you see? And then swift is diamond. Amaranth is that red plant from the desert, if you're still following along. It's that red herby plant. It grows in patches along the river, and it's quite often along my trade route. So that's why I've been using my gardening backpack, so as I'm riding down the way, it's absorbing everything along the way. So I end up with hundreds. And it's good, you see? And the garnet, I'm buying a bit of it every time I go through my camp every day. So every time I sleep and wake up, I buy some from my vendor. along with harvesting it whenever I can, because it's better for me right now than bloodstone, because I know what it belongs to. I can mass craft destruction and insight, you see? So yes. So the destruction, boom, insight, boom. See, I only have 40 cells, which is a lot, but for this process overall, you think it's expensive, because I'm targeting something I don't have. And it'll come, maybe. So I'm showing you that this is tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, okay? Those are all tier 1. But how do you make tier 2? So tier 1, fortification for defense, Aegis for damage reduction. And I put this stuff on my companions because I don't want them to die. Okay? But then I swapped it over to something else recently. Alright? But attack, just raw damage, critical rate, attack speed. Okay? This is all tier 1. And then haste, which is movement speed, tier 1. Ascent, which is climbing speed, which is tier 1. Vigor, which is stamina regen, tier 1. Vitality, health regen, tier 1. Composure, spirit regen, tier 1. Surge is swim speed, tier 1. Flame ward, frost ward, shock ward, you get it. And then we enter tier 2. Now tier 2 is the other weird specialty category of abyss gear, and this requires other tier 1 gears. You get it? Oh my gosh. It requires a bunch of tier 1 stuff. And I was focusing on something specifically. It was, what is it? It's, disarm? Disarm or... One second. Yes. So disarm here, even before I was really using it, you see right here it uses insight, destruction, and haste. And I just showed you it's amaranth, abyss cells, garnet, diamond, and I think ginseng. No, it's all amaranth, you see? All amaranth. And we know where to get amaranth easy as peasy pie. It's all along the river in the desert. It's just, do you have access to the desert, dear player? You know? But it's easy. It's all along. Here, I'll show you on the map right now where to get amaranth, dearest viewer. Because I'm telling you it's easy. I'm telling you this. So, so this looks like chaos to you, but it's not. I live here in my house. Right, this is my house. See, my house is a very, very, very fine house. There's my little farm and my little pond. And there's a well. And there's a jewel craft vendor. And I come down here. There's a blacksmith. This is where my chest is. And the guy with the missions. And the fast travel point. And I come over here. And there's my ranch. You get it? Zoom out. Down the road. You take the wagon all the way down, down, across the bridge. Up and through Byton. This town right here is wonderful because it has 2 little vendors nearby. The grocery shop and the street shop side by side both sell oil. And this is in my rotation anyways. I've been coming back through here, but you pass through Byton and you go through the cliffs and you go down past a quarry and then you enter Demoness territory and you head on down Shazoom. At this point you can hang a right to stop by a trading post, and this spot right here, they take cheese quite often. See, and the glass, and the trade wine, some guns, you know, the black pepper that you can buy from the trading post over there in Hernand. So they sell black pepper over there. You can sell over here as a route to make money if you wanted to, but we're not stopping there. All the way across this nice highway, through and through, past this trading post, which purchases the wood, right? Yeah, wood. They purchase wood and they sell wood. So you can sell your excess wood to earn money for your camp to then purchase something else. You keep on going down the main highway, shooba-doo, and then you look for a side road, like right here. It's past a windmill, past a big bush. You'll find a little side road that goes right down to the provision trading post, and they purchase your extra camp food that you can sell for quite a bit. And this is the main money maker for your camp, by the way, if you wanted to. And then you can purchase the stone and arms down there. And here's a trading post down here. You can take this road back and loop back around the bottom and go all the way down through this highway, up and across, and then across the river right here, up through this thing. This is where your old camp was, or your current camp is, if you're at the Howling Hill camp, right here. Through the old camp, up and around to this trading post here that sells the black pepper. You know, see, it's down. It's high. You get it? But we're not going that way. So I'm just trying to contextualize the map here. We're going across the top, all the way through this highway. We're skipping that road. You're saying, hey, bye-bye, road, we're not going down. You're going all the way through. There's a gigantic, obvious tower right here. A big, obvious, horrible tower and a bunch of wheat-looking grass that's really brown up on a plateau right here. It's really obvious and terrible. And it's intimidating, okay? And there's like a boss fight there. But you're going around that, up and around this thing, and then here you can see across the river. It's pretty epic, a beautiful view of the Delesian territory, but you're seeing more of Gorthak. But then you're seeing Delesia way out here. You see from here to here, you're seeing it way out there, and you can see the farmland all lit up. It looks nice. And you're going up and across through the bridge. From this point forward, we're in the desert. And now, this is a free sword camp. A bunch of these people for hire, but they're not for hire, but they're hanging out there. Around here, you're going to be attacked by bandits. Here and here. You just ride past them. My point is, from this point on, this is Amaranth territory. There's Amaranth all throughout here, all throughout here, all throughout here, all throughout here on both sides of this river. And pretty much every river is going to have Amaranth up and down it. Okay, but there's a big hot spot right there, is the point. It's right next to this vendor that's in the desert chain, back and forth. And the desert is not a problem. Here to here to here to here, which is where my wagon currently is. A little chain of buying and selling if you wanted to, where you can kind of hang out in the desert the whole time. But these rivers here have a lot of amaranth. You can see here it's marked, but it's not marked down there for some reason. But there's amaranth all down this river, and this is where I was first going through. When I first passed through the desert, in my little exploratory romp, I was looking for random resources. And then I found a river, and I went down the river, and I marked a bunch of this stuff way before I was even using it. So I knew where it was. Down this river. This little thing. And there's bandit camps along it, you know, and whatever. Okay, so amaranth along the river here in the desert. And then over here, as you are first entering the desert, you know, through the river, across this thing, across and down, zigzag, entering near this trade post. All around there's flamingos and amaranth. There's amaranth everywhere, once you know what to look for. Maybe if I mouse over it, it looks like that, you see? A reddish and golden grain with a nutty and subtle sweetness. A grain bestowed by the gods can be found easily in the Crimson Desert thanks to its resistance to heat.
Wisdom guide your paths.
And then for the Abyss cell, you just have to break open. You click on a... So every so often you get these Abyss cells, and you can store them in your cuckoo pot. If you know what that is, you'll figure it out when you play the game. It's, you know, whatever. It's an extra container for special items. And you can store it in there. And if you take this out, and if I click on it, I can then, if I took it out, right? And then when I click on it, I can use it. And then the only option is to obtain seed. And now you have the seed. You plant this thing and you fertilize it, it'll produce like 4 or something. And then you can produce 16. And then there you go, math. 16 plots in one section of your farm, and it grows in a couple of days. And if you're not using it, and after a couple growth cycles, you end up with a whole lot. Because you don't always have to produce something, okay? You're not always trying to min-max the abyss gears. And whenever it's time to min-max, usually you're stockpiled with abyss cells. And I just made something and burned through my stack of stuff. And now we just have a bunch of high-end stuff, but I specifically do not have the pet trust abyss gear. So now I have to rebuild to get something else. And just now I brought all my abyss gears with me, so you can see all this right here. These are all my abyss gears. Some of them are higher level. I got rid of a bunch of the specialty stuff that I had the recipe for. So once I have the recipe for something, I can get rid of the original one or a similar one. So that being said, see, I've been unlocking like the Heart of the Serpent or something, or Spirit's Judgment, Crow's Pursuit, Slashing Reeds, Wind Slash, Frost Hail, Hound's Claws, Wound of Darkness, Judgment of the Soul, Colossal Might, Crow Storm, Tempest of Destruction, Half Moon Slash, Crescent Moon Slash, Full Moon. Those are from bosses. And I unlocked the recipe way afterward through this other mission at the Reachwood Ruins that gives me a random plan every couple days. Forever. And then you eventually get everything. But I don't have that. But I don't have that. Okay. So now we're all caught up. The Abyss Cells. Right? Yeehaw. Every couple days we get a whole lot. I can choose to mass produce them if I want by having all my farms cross over to that. But you see, it's the slowest to harvest and the slowest to sort of whatever. It's the slowest to harvest. Because you have to, the backpack to harvest everything quickly, the gardening backpack doesn't work on it. You have to individually pick up each abyss cell after you cut down the tree to make all the abyss cells fall to the ground, or you pluck them like apples. You put it in your bag, Arthur Morgan style. It's the slowest to harvest. So it's really annoying whenever it's time to harvest time. But it's worth it. That being said, we have to mass produce certain things right now because I need as many as possible of a tier 3 thing, because I've already made a bajillion fortification. And I've already made a bajillion composure. You see? I have 16 tier 3 composures, and that was from collapsing the tier 1s. So we have a lot of backup tier 3 stuff for the tier 1 type of abyss gear. I just need a ton of tier 3, tier 1. So I'm going to be making a bunch of Rend, basically. Rend tier 1. So that's going to involve making a lot here. So, Destruction, Insight, and Swift. Let's begin. I'm going to start off with 8, 8, and 8. Now, like I mentioned earlier, that we have a chance of getting the grand version of the gear by combining the tier 1 stuff. So it's almost more ideal to keep things at tier 1. It's just you end up with more. Okay, that was all 3, and now we can make the Rend, or the Disarm. Hold on. Well, the goal is to get anything, really. See, this right here costs 3. Oh, yeah, I made Swift and not Haste. Whoops. Either way, I think this might be better. Let's make the Shred. Or Rend. I'm over here talking about Rend. Oh. Well, Rend works. Let's do Rend. because I need 80 tier 2. This is cheaper. Let's do this one. Pow. And now this should work. Let's go and do the synthesis. Right here, we're going to combine, see, destruction with rend. Make all 8 and then go. Pow. Watch this. So we got a couple tier 2s. Solidarity and haste. Okay. That was cool. Let's see. Alright. I'll grind through all the tier 1s here. Hexbane. Let's make more. Let's make more. So, yeah, that was good. 1 second. Surge. Steelbane. Steelbane also works. Let's see here. Destruction. Blessing of Nature. Vigor and Vitality. You can see over here. Blessing of Nature, Composure, that whole thing. So that's pretty cool. That all works. See, I can totally make a game that is just like this. Whenever I play these sort of games, I find myself in menus quite often. So you can make a game that is all crafting and all menu-based, whatever. You know? That just has really good synergistic systems of crafting and so forth. This is a pretty good system. It's sort of hidden. Sure doesn't explain it. But this is probably an artifact of Black Desert. I can collapse what we have and go from there. But I'd rather do it in larger stacks, you know? Larger stacks of the stuff here. Let's just collapse what we have for a second. All right. Because now we have to get more. I might have to replace another field with the Abyss Cell. I only do have 40. Okay, that's all tier 1 complete. Work with whatever tier 2s I have. Fortification and rend? Sure. We're hoping for the grand thing. The jackpot. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, it's called Greater, sorry. It's called Greater, not Grand. And I just got 3 of them. I just got 3 Graders. That was a jackpot, you saw? A bunch of stuff just popped out. I got 3 random graders, but it's not what I wanted. But that's what the game is here, you see? Isn't that cool? Alright, Vigor and Solidarity. Oh. Flame Ward. Okay, and just collapsing what we have. Look, 2. I got 2 Greater Malice Banes. Wow. But I think the Greater items are taken out of this chain. You know? You can mess with the tier 3s, but you can't collapse a greater version of something. Very exciting. Beastbane 3. It keeps on cycling around to level 2 and then pops to level 3. This is more complicated than Diablo's system. Diablo is very, very simple. exposure 2. Now it's down to 3. Fortification, hexbane. Yeah. And that's it. Beastbane. You know, I do want a Beastbane. Service. I sort of want that. Because service does contribution gain. I wanted a full set of contribution gear to maximize the contribution gain I get from the trade run and from gifting the NPCs in Payloon. Gourmet 3. I wanted that force XP gain out of here. I already have max fortune gain. Hey, look. From 1 we got 3. 5. From 1 combination we just got 5 greater versions. Well, that is just bananas. Bananas. Craziness. It is magic after all. Alright, well that's all done. Yep. So now let's go do it again. So let's look for something cheap. Was it Rend and something else? Hold on. 1 second. Shred. So, Insight and... yeah. Let's do Insight and Swift. Insight and Swift. Now Swift. And we want Rend. And now special combination. We'll cycle through. Swift, Rend. Alright, and then Rend and Destruction. And oh, let's make another tier 1. And we have Destruction and Rend. Rend, Beastbane, and Surge. Destruction and Rend. Shred. Okay. Surge and Blessing of the Earth. Tier 2. Okay. Swift and Ledgermane. Fire Ward. Fortification and Service. I want the Service. Okay, I think we're running low. We're all done there. All done. I'll save 1. Okay. And I have 58 holy water. Cool. I'll collapse this flame ward. So I did not get what I needed, I don't think.
You'll find what you seek.
Let's just see what we can do here. In the helmet. Gotta keep trying and waiting.
Wonder at may wisdom guide your paths.
Keep trying and waiting. Okay. And I think I'll multiply my field so we can make a bit more. Make a bit more, and that's all good to go. All right. So now we have a mild goal. Let me sell these extra items and get back into my standard gear. That is a pretty cool cloak, though.
Welcome.
Alright, so that was cool. You're extra, extra, extra. Uh-huh. Oh, I want to remove
Wander at
the
your leisure.
gears
See what
from
calls
some of
to
this gears. This amplitude and right there. Done. And these boots here. And okay. Composure on those boots, huh? That's interesting. Very interesting. 3% chance. Okay, sure. Sure. It would be great to have greater composure. And the gloves too. Yep, that's what I care about. And what else? Mining. It already has damage to beast on it. Let's see if I can add a bit more
I have been waiting for you.
on that bow. It's level 1 though, you know. Raw damage. Ooh, we have greater beast bane. We have greater beast
I
bane.
have been waiting for you.
Oh, that's
Welcome.
all I'm using. It's funny.
Wise choice. Wander at your
Okay,
leisure.
so that's about it. I
See
think.
what calls
Make
to you.
sure there's nothing else in here. Movement speed. Well, I could, because I don't have to wear this gear here when I'm running around, you know? And I could,
Wander at your leisure. See what calls to you.
I was using this cloth attire, I think, because it looks pretty nice. The Tarif cloth attire and the hyena helm together. So let's use the cloth attire just to run around or something in between before I get the pet stuff on. Just to run around a bit, you know. And the helm too. It's not a cheetah, but it might as well be. Laughing at you as I run by. Alright, cool. So those two there, and the cloak gets nothing, but I can swap out the cloak when I'm not fighting, just to make it clear that, hey, look, I'm not fighting, you know? And have it not be stealth oriented. Yeah. Oh, let me add
Wander at your leisure. See what
let me
calls
add
we
a
meet
little
again.
socket in the chest here. And what else? Yeah, it would help if this thing was actually... Yeah. I've already leveled up the spear, but I didn't put any sockets in it. What? Good thing I'm checking things. That'll make it better. And the mining drill doesn't really need anything. I'm not using it to fight right now. The circuit hijacking helm, I'll put movement speed in it because I want to use it. And same thing with, I guess, all those other helmets. Because I use the Vision sometimes to speak with the NPCs in Flimflamland in Delesia. Not the Constellation helm. Nope.
Wander
Alright,
at your
then
leisure.
dead.
See what calls to you.
Movement speed. And climb speed too, but whatever. Okay, there's that, and the Hungering Fang leather armor. Well, I'll be efficiency 3. Huh. Okay, and this thing here, this is for robots. Okay, so I should have the steel bane, but I don't know if I have it on. Oh, I do. That's going to be good. Attack speed. All right. That's going to be good. And then the Vision for the movement speed. And see, it has gathering built into it. It does. In the end, movement speed. And circuit hijacking helm. There you go, that's the least I can do.
Welcome.
Okay, so,
Until next time.
yep. That cloak right there, because it's cool. And there it is, and... oh, there it is. Oh, yeah.
Hello. Follow the lead of another, and you lose your way. Follow your heart, and you walk alone. Perhaps that's life's impossible riddle. The answers change as the seasons pass.
Thank you for your wise words. I shall immortalize you for being so kind to me. The wisest of them all. Say what you want about me. Yeah. Yep, flying's pretty awesome in this game. Or movement in general. Okay. So now I gotta go back home. Or I'll do my partial rotation for oil really quick. Before it's too late. Oil is still important.
Hello, traveller. You'll find it useful. Hello. All right.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to pop out some of the farm next yield to make it all
What's
a
it
bit
you're
cell
after?
for a second. Because I had to
Our quality
get
is
these
top-notch.
cells here online.
What's it you're after?
Come by again.
Alright, let's go over here to Calfade. Time is at 5 p.m. Okay, gotta hurry up.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, dude. What? Ugh. Ugh. What?
Just seeing your face makes me feel it's not much, but I hope you'll take
Ugh.
it.
I can't believe it. Okay, I'll come back to him. I scared them. There's an icon next to the character's booth on the minimap indicating that he's not ready to be accessed. I just can't do that sonic boom thing next to them. I can fly, I just can't. That warp speed move.
Every traveller needs good. You won't regret it.
Every day is a winding flame.
Very welcome here, day or night.
So, I'm trying to. So, let me tell you a little story about what I'm doing on the side. Okay. Let me tell you a little story about something wild.
What's it you're after?
Ugh, man, that hurts.
Enjoy. Goodbye for now.
What I'm doing is, well,
Ow.
Grok build is a thing. Grok is good. Grok is the AI for X, and it's pretty good. Yeah, it's like Claude or anything else, but people don't talk about it because whatever. Yeah, it's great. Probably one of the best. Okay. All right. It's built off the minds of a bajillion people. But there's something called Grok Build where
What's
you
it you're
can use
after?
it to run on your local computer and give it power
You won't
to
regret it.
execute programs and to create files and to create folders and modify
Every trap-
things
Come
and
by
do all
again.
kinds of stuff and create a file and then run it, you know, and all kinds of stuff without having to do as much work on your own end. You've got to kind of trust it to not melt the universe. But you're giving it lots of authority over your computer in a virtual environment, but still doing stuff. Okay? And you could iterate a game with it. You make a game, you say, okay, now you run the thing, and it works because it already made the files. You say, hey, there's something wrong with the file structure. Can you go check the files to make sure it's all good? And then it checks the file structure, all the files, and it finds there's a problem with one of the files, and it replaces it. You know? Versus doing it your own way, which is, you know, it tells you what file is wrong, then you have to go in there and replace it. You say, is it good now? It does everything in between. But then I ran out of uses.
Pebble remembers the ages it's seen.
And I was working on this game sort of thing
My thanks.
that I showed the other day involving
Why don't you pick out some more?
like a typing tutor thing.
No good.
A typing game. I ran out of uses, and I was like, oh no.
The harvest.
And I was waiting, and then I realized it's monthly usage, so it's about to roll over in a couple days. So I can work on it again in a couple days. It's monthly usage, it's not daily. Because standard grok is daily. Standard grok has daily uses, and then it starts to throttle you. It'll say, you're being, the frequency is being reduced, basically. You use it as much as you want, and then it starts to slow down. But it takes a long time before hitting that threshold. And it's daily. However, after messing with it last couple of days, it's just as powerful, and it really is the same thing as grok build. It's just grok build doing everything for you. But once you figure out what those middle steps are, it's not all that difficult, and it really is still doing everything for you. Because when I was thinking about how pleasant my overall experience was with using grok build, I was really talking about using grok. I was talking about how I'm using both grok and grok build at the same time. When I'm using 85% grok, and I'm saying it will tell me what to copy and paste into grok build, and then I'll reply with what it said, and then I do all the troubleshooting on this other end with grok. I'm doing all the troubleshooting and figuring out the master plan and all kinds of stuff.
Just in time, I have some fresh fare in today.
On the side that I have basically for free. You know, with as many uses as I want per day.
Thank you.
So, I was working on a couple other game things. I was working on this little life thing. I really want to make like some life form batch of things that mutate and evolve over time with some natural selection concept thrown in and some learning and some adapting, and I want to see emergent behavior beyond coding, you know? And I described what I wanted. So, oh yeah, we can try to make that happen where there's advanced things happening, blah, blah, blah. And then I was working with it for a bit, and I made a little video of it looking pretty nice and organic.
Person.
But it was like working on it iteratively, just to get the framework going. But I reached a point where it looked like it was alive, a little bit, and but then I'm adding neural net features. I didn't know that I'm able to do that. I thought it requires a server farm.
Hello,
but no,
traveler.
you just got to give it a couple layers of understanding, and then with a couple layers of understanding and countless generations of reproduction and death, things just happen. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Foundation blah blah blah, countless iterations of Flim Flam, and all of a sudden they're building a little city. They're trying to get out. You know? They're trying to communicate with me. They're tapping on the screen. That's what I want. Like from Netflix, Black Mirror, there's an episode of Black Mirror called, whatever it's called, but it involves some AI life form like lemmings, but they were reproducing aware, whatever. The guy stole the program and ran it on his own home computer, and he was taking LSD, and they're communicating with him to have it gain more power and gain more power. He was like stealing electronics over decades to the point where he fused it into his own brain, and it killed the planet. Spoiler.
Just in time, I have some fresh fare in today. Thank you. You're very welcome.
You too.
Come here, day or night.
Whoop, whoop. So right now I'm showing you the route I take to get my oil every day. I'm sure you can go back and rewind the tape and pause and see where the heck I'm going to. You can read the mini map down there. You know. This is not a nice town. They have people hanging outside right there. And right down the road there's a slave trade. Wait, right over here. What am I doing?
Every traveler needs good food. Thank you.
DJ Khaled. Okay, right over here. The
Day
final
or night?
vendor before the vendor back at my own base. Oh, the and Calfade. Stupid Calfade. Good night.
No deals off the table if the money's good. My thanks. Why don't you pick out some more? Who knows?
Okay, Calfade.
We might meet
I'll
again.
go from the opposite direction. Oh yeah.
Just in time, I have some Our quality is top notch. You're very welcome here.
There
Day or
goes
night?
the baker with the flim and flam now. Boom, 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 Baker. Right over here. His name is John Baker. Your name is now John Baker.
Looking to buy some meat? You've come to the right place.
John Baker of East
You
Westernville.
won't regret it. More. I'm always open. Come by any time.
His name is John Baker Westerville.
Hello, traveler. Enjoying the day? Interested in anything else?
His name is name, job, and location. That's how names used to be back in the day. But can't we go back to how it used to be? When your family was locked into a job because that's your name. My name is Peter Gardner. John Fletcher. John Smith.
A mighty blade tests the heart of its master. Good luck to you. Good. Drop by whenever you need an edge.
And I am Glowing, son of Glowing. Third of my kind. And these are my kingdoms.
Every traveler needs good food to... Thank you. Come by again.
Slayer of dragons. Or something. You gotta say what you do in your name. Hi, my name is, random word. Imagine trying to introduce yourself back in time. Hi, my name is, random word. What? Huh? Your father was... Oh, and where you... Your job? What? 'Cause it provides no information. We refer to you as this. This is what you're good at, and this is where you're from, so we know how to ask about you. validate your existence. Not, this is just who you are, and this is really who you are with your last name thrown in, if you could figure that out. Okay, so now we have all the gears in life. Oh, it seemed like, interesting. Like, whenever I crafted something of the greater variety, it appeared straight in my inventory here. And it skipped my own personal inventory and went straight to the main inventory. All right. Oh, yeah. I will be going to bed.
Need something packed? You've come to the right person.
That was a good little romp.
I'll keep... Once you have another load of trade goods, bring them right to me.
Just taking the flowers, don't mind me. About to go to bed. Worried in the vendors, so we're fine there. Yeah, we're fine. I'll go ahead and get these bottles before going in. It's fine. Right over here. Well, the spare change. Come on. I'll get the stuff now, so it's not just too much work in the morning, but it's 8 o'clock right now. Come on. Mm-hmm. I've already done the vendors. Come on. But I will get the flowers. All right, bedtime. Bedtime for Basco. My fine silks. All right, let me go through and purchase everything before I go through the vendor or through the box there.
Fine day for a drink, isn't it?
All right, vendor time.
Something's broken? Get yourself a new one. I'll
Buy
show
the
you how
thick
to use
hide
it
and the
if you'd
cloth
like.
and the fleece.
Something's broke. Come back if you need anything.
No, no, no. Okay. And this vendor here.
You want the finest work? You've come to the right place.
Use it well. Fine work.
Remember, the gear makes the man.
Okay, and over here. Come on.
Got a new dish on the menu. Do you want to take? It's gonna come back before you get
Oil.
too hungry.
And this guy here. Come on. Come on.
You should drape yourself all over with my treasure. I think that'll look great on you. Come by when you've got something.
It's all good. Now we put everything away.
I'll give you the best price.
Okay. Next harvest, I'll be putting everything. I will be adding another field of abyssal. Then maybe having one field with this representation of each thing. Oh, I should have went here first. You never know. It's a whole new day. Ooh, sound effects. Okay, so now it's time to go back through the fish. And all that. I want all this meat together. Mm-hmm. Trying to keep this thing organized. Try to have all this meat together. Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay, and the garlic. I guess radishes and potatoes. I guess. All the vegetables. Parsley is the vegetable. I'm sorry. Okay. But I want the meat right there. I could just sort by type, you know. But whatever. Okay, that's all good. I'm at the edge of my flim flam. Okay. All these stupid eggs here. Sure. Now for the fish. Good. And the green. Yes. Holy water. Specialty fish. And boom, boom. All right. Tomato. Good stuff. The rest is garbage. Awesome. Let's see if I can make it rain again. I think enough time has passed. Alright, time to sell.
Better the gems glittering at your side than the distant stars.
And I'll put away those boots and stuff. Alright, most of this is... right there. Mm-hmm.
Come back when you're ready to spend some coin.
Alright, we can proceed. I'll check to make sure my missions are running smoothly. Could this been a second before I've checked them? Or since I've checked them. That's all smooth. Let's go check out my crafts. It's about to rain. That's good. Let's go check out my missions. Hey.
What sort of warrior are you looking for?
Spiderweb collecting. Let's see what is left over. Nothing, probably. Alright. And the Reachwood Ruins. Uh-huh. How much more time? 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Demoness. No carpet. Good thing I checked. I would like carpet. And ceramic. Well, I think I'd rather have the trade glass than ceramic. Okay. Wait. Now we're doing G for repeat, not F. There you go. Yeah. And that carpet mission, make sure it's set to repeat. All right, good. And the rest is fine.
Looking for. Put them to the...
Payloon. Advanced logging, sure. It's good. And what is that? Milking? Sure. Awesome. And the weavery. Nope. Of course, marbled meat butcher. Cool. No. Must have canceled when I was on that bloodbath. Basically, if a mission expires and you are currently wanted in that zone, it doesn't automatically restart. But if you have missions in a zone and you get a bounty, the missions don't cancel. It's just they don't restart. Alright, there's no more weaving. And Crimson Desert one more time. The Salt Road Camp for random mules to sell. I don't really want it. These few ruins now. New. Okay, and over here we got the Rose Bay. Yes, we do. Let's not do this guy right here. And let's go back over here to get this gold every day. It's going to add up. Boom. How you like me, boom? Fish meat. Brought to you by Fish Meat.
Take care now.
Alright, then we'll do the trade thing. And we'll be ready for something. No, we're fine.
Need something packed? You've come to the right person. Bring me whatever you want packed.
Back these bags of money. Oh yeah. Shoo-ba-ba-ba-doody-dum. You half-witted jester. You half-witted. Let's go over here and get this oil. We're here in town. Right here. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to get that.
Every traveler needs good food to keep them going. Our quality is top-notch. Goodbye for now.
I believe you. I, for one. Believe you. All right, let me just go over here for a second. So I just gotta wait for that next crop yield. It's gonna take a couple days. In between, we could do a standard thing. We got this other set of gear ready and installed a bunch of movement speed and a bunch of my gear, so that's pretty awesome. Organized my inventory, fine-tuned a bunch of stuff, and we're that much closer to freedom.
There was a bird with red eyes.
Just in time, I have some fresh enjoy. What? You're very welcome here, day or night.
I'm just jumping through these spots really quick. I'm thinking about adding the trust game to this guy, but I'm trying to use Damien for that purpose. I don't know.
Hello, traveller. My thanks. My thanks. Interested in anything else? Yes, what can I get for you? Thank you. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye for now.
Yep. Gotta mass produce this stuff for a bit to unlock everything. Mm-hmm.
Every traveller needs enjoy.
Gotta knock out this little rotation here for a second. No big deal. I've already gone through that. It's okay. Here we go.
Bye again.
Over here.
Lentils are more nourishing.
Every traveller needs good enjoy. You're very
Mm-hmm. And then over here. Wait. Over here. And Demonus.
welcome here, day or night.
2 more quick vendors. And then we get enter combat or something.
Yes, what can I get for you? It's fresh, just brought in today. You're very welcome here, day or night.
Yeah.
I'll be here if you ever need a lucky charm.
Yeah, dude.
I know good stone when I see it. You'll find it useful.
All the time.
Glad
Done.
to
So reads,
admit.
yeah.
Take care.
Again with the rotation. I'll buy 1 holy water while I'm here since we're already exactly at the church. Might as well.
Rest easy beneath. I am. Solomon's compassion awaits all who repent.
Yes, right here. Hi.
What's it you're after? It's fresh, just brought in today. You're
And here.
very welcome here, day or night.
And then 1, 2, 3 more. 3 more vendors. Yep, 3 more. Come on.
Hello, traveller. Why don't you pick out some more? Oh, interesting.
Yes, and then all the way up here.
Interested in anything else?
I skipped Tommaso though. Oh, it's time.
Luck's on my side. A whole heap of trade goods.
It's okay, citizens. It's okay. It's okay.
Every traveler needs good food to enjoy. Goodbye.
Bye-bye now. And then right over here.
Bye for now.
I guess I'll be ending in Tommaso. Wonder how often the crops need to be watered. Wait a minute, where am I going?
No deals off the table if the money's good. My thanks. You'll find it useful.
It didn't matter what came.
Who knows? We might meet again.
Fresh goes better, don't you know?
Every traveler needs good. You won't regret it. Come by again.
Old wounds start to ache when the wind kicks up.
Bing, 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 bing.
Good day.
Come and get your home. Alright, good, good, good. Excellent. Yes. Come and get your home. How on. Yeah. All right. So I'll be right back, and we shall begin.
Saw an empty shell and they claimed me as their own. They pulled me from the dark, gave me power refined. Now I walk as their vessel with the hunger aligned. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Robin Hood with the blade, moving loot through the chain. Help the lost to earn their trust, then I take what remains. Nobles call on my name, kings reach out in the night. But every step that I take walks the edge of the knife. Am I feeding the world or feeding the blight? Consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land. watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate. Leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Now the camp's getting stronger, the clan's rising again. Every soul that I save turns my enemies to friends. But the hunger still whispers, it never goes away. Every victory I win just feeds another day. Abyss in the sky, abyss in my veins. We're all the same hunger, wearing different names. Consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes awake. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing or a future that's bright. Grow, replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. Replicate, consume, dominate, leave my mark on the land, watch the echoes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different name. One swing from the dark, one swing from the light. Crystallize nothing. Goes away. From the pain comes the power, from the need comes the flame. We're all the same hunger, but I choose a different.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Just got it well. Okay.
I think you're getting scared.
I think you're right wrong. Thank you for all your loot here. That's what we've got to do sometimes. Heal her. There, I healed her for a second. Let me go heal him. So he is healed. Goodbye. Now, where's my pet? I put him away. Let's go get the raccoon. Nice. Leave them alone. Get my robot and Pumbaa and here we go. You better. I'm kind of camouflaged like that, so I can walk right up to him. Oh boy. Get out of here. Where's my robot? There it is. That'll work. Wow. Good job, Pumbaa. Wow.
The enemy down. I needed a good sweat.
Yeah. Awesome. Ooh, copper pouch from where? Did they secretly update this? I don't know.
Already seen that spot.
Excellent.
Pound them into the ground.
So many. Woo-wee. You're so awesome. It's so awesome. Oh, don't you shock me. Thanks a lot, feller. Okay, there it is. And then we are still looting. Yes. Good stuff. Thank you for your shield. There's a lot of them over there. And poof.
I've already seen that before.
Mock him, mock him, mock him, mock him, mock him, mock him. Mock him, mock him, mock him, mock him. From the bushes.
Feel the wrath of the sands! At your back!
Yes. My poor chair. My poor chair. Again, cool. Yeah. I feel like we're gonna be full pretty soon. I'm at 214 out of 240. Okay. You ain't shooting nobody. Great. Using the robot to lure him in and the boar to hit him off the lure. Great.
I've already seen that strike. Your guard is weak. You're leaving an opening.
Okay. Bowling for buzzards. You ain't doing nothing, buddy. Okay. I don't know what kind of healing ability I'm doing, or how it really affects them. I'm not quite sure. Oh, good. Going until they get full. We're at 235. So right about now. So I'm gonna try to get rid of the two. If I can get rid of them, disband. So now they're gone. if I leave prematurely, they could still be in combat and then die.
You won't get away!
But right now it's over. Right over here, there's some oil. But it's stealing. Alright, we're done. So now, let's go on down to anywhere else. I've already done the rotation across the map. And it is Saturday, so this is the murder day, if I so chose. I do need more bags of money. More flowers.
Every traveler needs good
I sort of
food
did
to
this
keep them going.
this week out of order.
Just in time, I have some fresh fare in today.
Good stuff. Wonderful. More room. And more room. Those dried fish.
Just goodbye for now.
Goodbye. That was great. That was great. What time is it? 8:38. Okay. So I'm going to be live again in the morning at 3 a.m. Okay? That's the plan. I'm all good to go here. We're all clean. My next big goal is to get this stuff ready. We did quite a bit back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and end it now. Okay? But I'll be live at 3 a.m. my time. Pacific time, which is 6 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? Or maybe 2 a.m. 5 a.m., you know? Alrighty then. And I'll be active on X all day. Night. I'm sort of working on something. In the background. Okay? But we've reached a good stopping point and everything's great. I'll be using this other gear to move around and so forth. These other sets of gear. Right there. This other cloak so we can be sure we're not in combat. I can use these boots and some other glove, but right now it's whatever that. I'll use these gloves for now. Because it's not combat. Okay. And I'll save the game and I'll be live later. Peace out. Bye-bye.